So we're going to start right on time. You guys know I love starting on time. I'm a stickler for that. It's important to me. Okay, let's see, what time is it? We have a whole minute, so I will wait for you guys to jump on. All right, you guys ready to learn how to boost your brand? I even took notes for you. This is going to be very organized. It's never organized. It's me, y'all. Come on. I changed sweaters. Did you guys see that? Because I had that toothpaste thing on there, and I don't know, man, probably wasn't a good look. Looked like a little of my old company, you know what I mean? It was Marshmallow Fluff. I'm not joking, guys. I was serious. Oh, you think it's funny? You think it's funny? I'm not lagging? Well, that's good. I didn't mean to lag last time. If I lagged last time, it was probably because Shane is video gaming. Important husband things happen at 8:30 at night for him. It's going to be good, guys. We're going to start right on time. Maybe I can get some steps in, some of my 7,500 steps. Oh, geez, I don't want to shake the whole house. Whew. All right. Mr. Man's video gaming too. That's what I'm talking about. All right, it is 8:30 on the dot. We're going to go ahead and get started. This quick training, we do trainings every Monday night at 8:30 p.m. on the dot. Oh, yay. I hope he doesn't... Oh, I'll talk quietly then. We always start right on time. It's quick, and they're always full of content. So thank you for being on. Thanks for sharing. Thanks for double tapping whatever you do on Periscope. The hearts, I think they're cute. So we're going to go ahead and learn how to boost your brand some, okay? So these are some tips that I've used over the last 5 years I've been in business. I've built multi-million-dollar teams, and I'm very excited to share them with you because I think branding is really important. Last Monday, we actually talked about how to build your presence online with branding. And so we're going to go ahead and we're going to talk about this. So these are going to be quick, they're going to be hard-hitting, and they're going to be awesome. So number one, always make a good first impression. So if this is the first time you're seeing me ever, hopefully you're like, holy cow, she's happy. You know, she looks like she went to the gym. I did. All right, she's got something behind her that says be amazing. Actually, there's two things that say be amazing. The other one says I choose fabulous, but you guys can't really see that. But good first impressions are important. I read something a few months ago that said that people judge you within the first 7 seconds of meeting you. So first impressions are crucial. Take a little extra time to, throw some makeup on your face. Make sure you're smiling. Little fun fact about smiling is it actually releases oxytocin to your brain. You got good endorphins going on when that happens. And I think that's important because it actually puts you in a good mood. So when you smile, you can try it. Let's all do it together. Ready? Like a real smile, guys. Come on. Oh, screenshots. That's illegal, guys. All right, no, I'm kidding. It's not illegal. But big smiles actually make you happier. So keep that in mind. But first impressions, very, very important. Know what you're saying. Know what you're doing, okay? Number two, be consistent. So consistency is key because consistency is how you build a strong business. So our team actually has a monster goal this month. We want to go elite, and elite is the top of the company that we're part of. And the cool thing about that is it's something that takes a lot of consistency. So somebody on our team actually, Mary messaged me the other day and she said, might have been today, I don't know, my days kind of run together. And she said, Jessie Lee, how close are we to elite? And I said, we're not that close yet, but it's okay because as long as we're consistent and as long as we follow our systems, we will hit it. It doesn't matter. So the cool thing about consistency is you can build systems and then you will watch your business and your brand consistently grow. So, one day I adopted Boss Lee as a nickname. It was actually from a party in my prior company. Somebody was like, you're such a boss, Boss Lee. And I was like, that's cute, right? And so it took a while to catch on, but because I was so consistent about it, now I've walked down the street before, I've gone to Costco and someone's been like, Boss Lee! And I'm like, oh my goodness. So being consistent is a great way to help build your brand, okay? Number three, and I'm going to stop listing numbers because I'm going to lose track of them. They're not listed by numbers in my notes. Listen to your customers, okay? So whoever you're selling to, listen to them. Appreciate feedback because when you get feedback, you can sell more. So I'll use an example. If you're selling something that you've never personally used, it's okay because sometimes the product you don't need, right? Like, let's be realistic. We sell over 80 products. I don't personally need 80 products necessarily, right? I can flip my whole household and still not need 80 products. But it's really important when you can reach out to a customer and listen to them and then be able to actually fill out, the blanks in what they need. So Crystal Alexander's on here, so I'm going to use her as a really great example. So Crystal had a customer. She messaged her, I don't know, maybe about a week ago, and she said, Crystal, my hair is doing this, my hair is doing that, this is happening, like all these things are going on. And Crystal listened to her and then offered advice based off of what she said. Now that's a great way to build a strong brand, because what happened was, instead of just selling a bunch of stuff to her that she might not have needed, Crystal only listened and addressed what she actually needed. Then what happened is this customer places a huge order. She loves everything because Crystal listened to what she actually needed. And then what happened was she gets this great testimonial. Then a testimonial can be used to tell a story. Facts tell, stories sell, right? So I thought that was so powerful. So we got to listen to our customers. Okay, always represent your brand. So whether you realize it or not, whatever you're doing, you're always representing your brand, okay? And what I mean by your brand is not necessarily your company. I mean you. So when you go out there, we all have differing personalities, right? Some of you are really crazy spitfires. Some of you have like anger issues, Jalila. No, I'm kidding, I love you. But we all have different personalities, but you're always representing your brand, the brand that is you. So I actually had to catch myself the other day in the Costco parking lot. That was funny, right? True story, this lady was this close to hitting me. Like, this is a fact. And then she got out, she rolled her window down and was yelling at me. I was in a crosswalk, and a second of me wanted to, yell at her and, get in her face, because she was literally a foot away from crushing my little legs, and I was, very worried about this. And then I, reeled myself in for a second, and I was like, Jessie Lee, you are representing your brand. The back of your car says www.imbosslee.com. We cannot hit this old lady. We cannot punch her. Okay, so, I wasn't really gonna punch her, but you are always representing your brand, okay? So if there's a trademark thing people know you for, so people always talk about my eyebrows, make sure your eyebrows are always on fleek or whatever your thing is. Maybe you're always rocking a great lip. Amanda Ooch always has a great lip color, right? Whatever it is about your brand, make sure you're constantly rocking that, right? Positivity, whatever it is. You're not angry, you're assertive. You're lucky, I love you. Okay, be reliable. This is so important, okay? So, there's different personalities. I know a lot of you are squiggles. When I said we're going on Periscope instead of our phone call, you're probably like, oh my goodness, sort of freaking out, some of you. Which is cool, because I got a little bit of squiggle in me. But here's the thing. Reliability is how you build a brand. Okay? You don't build a brand by showing up to stuff late. You don't build a brand by maybe half-assing stuff. You build a brand by being reliable and always performing at a consistent, if not above consistent level, okay? So you can't roll up late to everything. People will stop asking you for stuff, all right? If you notice, we start every training on the dot. And I will tell you, there is a leader in our company who they'll say that their training is going to start at 8:30, and they dawdle for 10, 15 minutes. And they do it because they're waiting for people to get on the call, right? They're like, oh, we're going to wait until, we get dead. I'm like, look, no. Because what happens is the people who want to be there will always be there on time, and you're disrespecting them and you're diminishing your brand. So make sure you're always reliable, and I know that deserved hearts. I know, right? So make sure you're always consistent and you're always reliable. It's very important when you're building a brand. Okay. Have very strong values. So for me, I'm not going to go through my list of values, but make sure you have strong values, okay? Strong core values. Always, be a good person. Let's just start with that, right? Because there's going to be bad people in your way. There's going to be people who try to bring you down. But as long as you stay true to your core values, you will not fail, because you're building who you are as a person. So, maybe your family is a core value of yours. Work for your family, right? I don't want you to ever change that, right? I don't want you to be like, oh, but no, that's a core value, right? So whatever it is that's a core value, something very important to you, hold your ground on those. That's really important in my opinion, okay? My next tip is to be transparent. So people always ask how our teams go like this. My teams have never gone like do-do-do-do-do-do-do-do. My teams have always gone boom, straight to the sky, right? And here's why. My team gets me. Okay, you don't get some chopped up version of Jessie Lee. You don't get some half-assed version of me. I'm not different to, Joe Schmo as I am to Mike snow, right? I'm the same person consistently with everybody. I'm very open, I'm very honest, and I'm very transparent. There's none of this, let me act one way to you, and then I'm gonna go over here and talk a different way to somebody else, and actually I'm gonna talk about you to this person. I don't do that. I'm very transparent. You know what I'm thinking, you know how I'm feeling, and what that allows when you're building a brand is it allows for people to feel comfortable talking to you. Now, this becomes really important the bigger of a leader you become. So if you're in MLM, you know what I'm talking about. Or even if you're just running your own business, you should know what I'm talking about, right? Because the bigger you get, the more money you have, the nicer stuff you have. People start looking at you a little bit differently, right? They're like, is Jessie Lee different? Like, is she gonna talk to me differently? Like, no. As long as you're always transparent, people will know that no matter how big you get, no matter how much money you have, you're always the same core person, and that's what happens with transparency, okay? And I'm not saying you're not gonna have hard conversations where you're like, look, we need to sit down and we need to talk about this, because that'll happen. But as long as you're that transparent person that people know will be honest, you shouldn't have those things like, I don't think I can talk to Jessie Lee about this. There shouldn't be any of that. So transparency is key, especially when you're building a brand, because again, core values, okay? All right. In your company, whatever your company is, whether it's a company you started, whether it's a company you're part of, like our company, whatever it is, know the benefits, all right? And I'm going to kind of elaborate a little bit on this in a minute here, but know why people should do what you're doing. So if you run, let's say you run a clothing store, all right? You should know what products, like literally what fabrics are in your clothes that makes your product special, okay? You should know the benefits of, taking a pill that you sell. You should know the benefits of what happens when you live a healthier lifestyle. You should know the benefits of what happens when somebody, let's say there's a trip up for grabs. You should know exactly how to hit a trip, right? So I'll use my company as an example really quickly, right? So we have this thing called experiences if you're not in the company, and you get an experience, and an experience can be anything. So like I picked a GoPro camera, they gave me $500, and I wanted a camera that I've now used one time, so oops, mistake, whatever. You can win them twice a year, so I'm not too worried about it, but you can pick shopping sprees, you can pick, maid service, whatever. You need to build your brand by knowing more benefits. So you should know, if you're part of my company and you're watching this, you should know that if you want to build the brand that is your brand inside of this company, it's by hitting team leader. Now, what is team leader? 3,000 points. Now, how do you hit the experience? You hit team leader once and you hold it once. It doesn't have to be the same month. Hit it, get it again. Hit it, get it again. And you win your experience, right? But these are benefits you need to know. You need to know how you go to Mexico. You need to know how you hit Director 1. You need to know how you hit Elite. You need to know these benefits, because then what can you do? You can share them with people and you can build your brand, okay? All right, establish trust. This is huge with building a brand, and I kind of covered it with transparency, so I'm not going to say much more, but you've got to establish trust. And you establish trust by being able to have those hard conversations, by being transparent, and by knowing that nobody's perfect, but we've got to be honest, okay? So honesty and trust are like, they're like twins, okay? All right. Convey clear messages. So I read a book by John Maxwell. I've read a lot of his books, but here's one right here, actually. That's not the book I'm going to talk about, though. So one of my favorite books by John Maxwell is Everybody Communicates, Few Connect, okay? And one of the things he mentions is that some of the speeches he gives, his most impactful speeches are incredibly short. So they're very compact, and he doesn't go on and on and on. And you'll notice our training calls don't go over 15 minutes, okay? I don't care how serious the subject is. You guys don't want me sitting here yakking at you for an hour. You will completely tune out. You will literally have your television on, and you will have me as quiet as you can on the media thing on your phone, just so you think I'm watching, right? Or just so I think you're watching. But you're not, because I'm going on and on and on. My messages are drawn out, and they're not exciting, and you're bored to tears. So keep your messages short, keep them clear, keep them concise, so people can follow you. I love lists, and I also love repeating yourself. So like I mentioned, I said transparency, then I went straight to trust, and I'll kind of hit it again in a minute. It's because it's something I think is really important, but it's a message I want you to get in a little tight package, clearly. I don't want to go on for hours where you're like, I'm done, all right? Okay. Become an authority on whatever it is you're selling or whatever it is you're doing. So this is big for becoming a brand, because you want to be the best. Nobody wants to be the second best, like the first loser, right? Nobody wants to be third best, fourth best, fifth best, sixth best. Nobody wants to be at the bottom of whatever. Become an authority. Whatever your brand is, own it and become a master of it, okay? So for me, when I joined this company, I'll be very honest, I was like, aging? I don't know anything about aging. I'm young, okay? For me, it took research, but now you can ask me questions, right? And there is power in that. So now a lot of me has a lot to do with a lot of women's empowerment. It's very important to me. Y'all cannot ask me a question about a vagina that I don't know the answer to, okay? It's because I'm an authority on the subject. And when you're an authority on a subject, you can bring power and impactfulness to whatever it is you're doing. So I love that one. Become an authority, okay? Have a long-term vision, big on building a brand, okay? I mentioned before, I started out at a party. Somebody mentioned, oh, Boss Lee, Jessie Lee, Boss Lee. I was like, oh. My vision initially was, oh, cool, like that's a cool nickname, right? And then I was like, whoa, Boss Lee, I can brand that, right? Now I have the website, now I have the Instagram, the Periscope, the Facebook, I have the fan pages, whatever. That is when you can start having a long-term vision. Now I'm creating a business, a side business you guys will see that has nothing to do with MLM, and it's all based on this Boss Lee, boss women, empowerment kind of thing, right? And that's so important because that's the long-term. That's thinking long-term. That's thinking MLM is your vehicle to make a crap load of money and then do whatever it is you want to do. And that happens by building a brand and then thinking long-term, big picture, okay? All right, stand out. This is important, okay? So for me, I'm loud, I'm sassy, I'm silly, I have crazy colors in my hair. I don't know if you can tell. Can you tell? Okay, I have a bunch of dogs. It's what I'm known for dogs. I'm known, like I said, for knowing everything there is to know about vaginas, whatever. Okay, I don't think I argue, but I'm argumentative, like in a sassy, I want to like get in a debate kind of way. Whatever it is that makes you stand out, own it, don't be scared of it, and just do it, okay? So for me, I think standing out is whatever makes you happy, whatever you know is just a core value of you, where you're like, no, it's really important to me that I always, wear these kinds of shoes. I'm a bad example for that. I'm wearing mismatched socks, okay? But whatever it is that makes you stand out, own that, be part of that, and it's good stuff, okay? So stand out. That's really important in building a brand, right? Having that thing where people are always watching you because they're like, she's always different. Like, she's always got that same blah, 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 blah about her. I guess if there's guys on here, he's always got that thing about him. Whatever. I like women better. Okay. Define your goals. Very important for building a brand. So this all goes back to the consistency. This all goes back to the transparency. This all goes back to knowing benefits. Know your goals, because when you know your goal, you can break it down. So like on our team where we've got these systems going this month, I told you guys literally what you need to do every single day, didn't I? I gave you guys an exact point balance you want to hit every single day to do what? To hit your goals. It wasn't about hitting my goals, it was about hitting your goals. So define your goals so that you can hit those high ups, like hit those big ranks, hit those things that excite you. Am I frozen for everybody? I'm frozen for Jalila. Okay. Sorry, Jalila, it's your whack internet, not me. Okay, so thanks for letting me know, guys. Okay, customer service. This goes back to what? Being reliable, right? And listening to your customers, like I said, Crystal did. Customer service is so important because especially in 2016, guys, people get garbage service, right? Or they just straight up shop online, right? And when you shop online, like a lot of the time, like Amazon, I mean, it's fast, but there's no real human interaction. So go the extra mile. You guys have heard me, I'm pretty sure anyway, if you've ever listened to me coach before, you've heard me tell you guys before that, you're in my bra when I'm gymming. Okay. You've heard me say before, go the extra mile, right? So for me, I love handwritten notes to clients. If you've ever ordered anything from me, you've gotten a handwritten note from me, right? Yes or yes, all right? Important for me because I feel like when somebody has done something extra for me, I feel like it's important for me to go shop with them again, okay? And it's starting to build that brand loyalty. So I'll use an example. Tiffany's, like the jewelry, I spent, $6,000 last year at Tiffany's or something. I buy bracelets or necklaces for my team. And Tiffany's sends me handwritten letters every year, now twice a year. Now, I know what they're doing is they're trying to get me to spend more money, but at the same time, I love it. Like, I open the little envelope, they've written me a Christmas card, and they put a catalog in there. I'm like, Tiffany's, right? You know, like when you buy a car, if you buy like a Cadillac, they call you and check up on you. There's so much power in that. Because how many times do you go to Target? Does the Target cashier call you and make sure you like your peaches? No. Okay? And if they did, wouldn't you be like, oh my gosh, Target, I love you. Yeah. You would be building that brand loyalty. You'd never go to Walmart again because you would remember the customer service you got. So maybe it's a phone call you make to your clients. Maybe it's a handwritten note. Maybe it's even a Facebook message. You guys, people don't even Facebook message people anymore. In this day and age, so yesterday, a client of mine placed a big order on my website, and she and I talk on Snapchat every once in a while. We don't really like Facebook message. I snapped her. I just snapped her, and I said, thank you so much for your order. Like, love you, love you, love you. And she was like, that's so cute. Nobody ever says thank you anymore. That is the power of customer service. Because what's she gonna do? Next time, she bought like all kinds of stuff, like toothpaste and soap and whatever. She's like, next time around, I'm always gonna order from you. You always say thank you. I've saved all your thank you notes from all over the years. I'm like, I love it. Okay. Have a great pitch. So whatever your brand is, so for us, I love it because we have a really cool slogan. It's just live clean. All right. Have a great pitch. Have a great slogan. It's great for building your brand. And even if that's just a cool nickname, also if you're building your own personal brand, because I know not everyone watching is in MLM. Super important. Super awesome. Have a great pitch. 15 seconds max. I don't like 30-second pitches. They're too long. 15 seconds. Fast, easy, awesome. Always exceed expectations. Okay. Look. Like I said, like 5 seconds ago, people are garbo these days when it comes to customer service. People, you know, they get a broken, a broken bottle of shampoo in their order, and these days the company blames the consumer. Well, you know, it's not my fault. USPS broke your bottle of shampoo. No, go above and beyond. Not only replace it, write another note, throw in like a free coupon off of something. This is big, and I love with our company, we can do those $10 gift cards because we can always say, oh my gosh, you've been such an amazing person. Can I give you a $10 gift card? You guys, common sense. Let's go. Okay. Be recognizable. I already said it when it comes to standing out, but look, you want to be different than everyone around you. You want to be the girl that people are a little intimidated by, right? You want to be the person who's got the crazy hair or the really fancy shoes or whatever it is. These things are huge because then you're recognizable. Then you become a brand. People are like I bet you right now, hold on a second. Let me find something. I'm looking for like something that's branded right around me. It would have been, oh, here we go. Here we go. What brand is this? Can you guys see this? Apple! I didn't show you anything that says Apple. All I showed you was a little Apple logo, right? It's so recognizable. Why is it recognizable? Because they're known as being one of the best companies to work for. They're known for having some of the best products. They're known for having some of the best customer service. They're known for listening to their clients. They're known for having a killer logo, a killer pitch. They're known for having crazy goals of being the best phone, the best this, the best that. Hello! They're also wildly recognizable. Okay? Oh, this is my new iPad. Oh, I forgot about that thing. Okay. All right, let's see. Be able to educate. Now I'll tell you what. For those of you who are scared of videos, the reason I wanted you guys to do videos is because you learn the best by teaching. Okay? So you learn the best by teaching. And what I mean by that is if you can teach something, if you become an authority on something, everybody trusts you. You become more comfortable with what you're doing, and you just feel better because you're able to educate and answer questions. It's so simple. So be able to educate, and I'll tell you what, the first few times you do a video, you're going to feel awkward. You're going to feel like you don't know what to do. You're going to feel like you don't know what to say. You're going to be like, I'm all over the place. I talk too fast. I talk too slow. I slurred my words. I said the wrong stuff. No one cares. No one cares, guys. Okay? It's all about getting out there, making a name for yourself, branding yourself. Okay? All right, four more things. I lied. Number one, this is like number 70. Attend events. So important. For me especially, I'll tell you what, guys, if I don't go to events, and I know you can relate with me on this, I start feeling disconnected. If I'm not on training calls, even if I don't want to be on them, I feel like I'm losing information. Like, I feel like I'm not as connected to my mission anymore, and it's so important to stay plugged in. Go to events. Get on the plane. Go to Atlanta. Get on the plane. Go to Texas. Get on the plane. Fly to California. I don't know. Wherever you need to go. Go where you need to go and attend events because you will feel so excited and plugged in. There's been so many times when I've been like, I'm done. Book is closed. I'm done with network marketing. Then I'll be like, all right, screw it. One more event. I'll go to the event. I'll be like, woo! I am on fire. Let's go. Woo! Okay? So attend events because it's good for your soul. And it's great for your brand because you can meet more people. Okay. Promote achievements, really important for your brand, guys, okay, because people want to be part of something that they know they'll feel appreciated in. Those of you who still rock a full-time job, how many times did your boss tell you that you are a badass on your Facebook? None. Okay? It's crazy how far thank you all the time. It's crazy how far people will push themselves for a handwritten card or a Facebook post or a note in the mail, or a necklace or the Beats by Dre, something, right? People love being promoted because people don't do it anymore. Right? People don't give customer service anymore. People don't have strong leadership anymore. So for you to do that and to become almost an authority on that, you guys, you can make huge waves on that. Love languages, yeah, it's words of affirmation, right? I'll tell you what. It's something like over 70% of the population, words of affirmation is at least one of their two love languages, and it's because people don't do it. People do not say, dude, you look so hot on your birthday last night, right? Or, oh my gosh, look at your eyebrow. I mean, I keep looking at my eyebrows, right? Whatever. People don't do it anymore. So words of affirmation go so far these days. People think, oh, I gotta buy them something to make them feel, not necessarily. A thank you, a you rock, oh my gosh, you're amazing, goes so far. And I'll tell you, one of my best things for building my brand is I interact so much with everyone. So I taught about this with our team last week, actually, and I've kind of touched on it a few times this week. But anything in my newsfeed, I react to. So I try to comment on everybody's stuff. If at least you get a like from me. Why? Because not only am I promoting myself, but I'm also promoting that I love building relationships. So keep that in mind. Always stay a student, goes along with events. And the last tip, and I'll let you guys go because now it's been 25 minutes, which is way over 15 minutes. Rude, Jessie Lee. Is always care. Okay? And this might sound crazy or whatever, but if you are fake, and if you are out there trying just to make $1 off of somebody, they can tell. Everyone can always tell. Okay, so always care. Always lead with your heart. Don't lead with your, the thought of your wallet in front of you. You'll never have what you want. If you have a big heart, you will always be successful. If you're out there for only your gain, you will not be. If you put others first and you care about them, I promise you, your bank account will reflect it, okay? So instead of thinking, oh my gosh, I really need to recruit 2 more people so I can get my doubler, think, oh my gosh, how can I help her? How can I help him? How can I change his or her life? And what difference will it make for them? Okay? Hope you guys have a great night. And that is Jessie Lee out. Have a good one. I'll upload this to YouTube in a second here. Have a good one, guys.